There are some stories in television that don't just entertain, they connect. They pull together generations of actors, fans, and the very fabric of serialized storytelling that keeps people engaged for decades. On General Hospital, GH, one such story began with a familiar face returning to a familiar world, not as a nostalgic cameo or brief offer, but as a mentor, colleague, and radiant voice championing the next generation. That voice belongs to McKenna, the actor beloved by soap audiences for roles spanning decades, from his early years as a child actor to a seasoned performer bringing emotional depth to Port Charles. In late January 2026, McKenna took to social media, specifically X, formerly known as Twitter, and dropped a line that lit up the General Hospital fan community. "I grew up on soaps and I've never seen such a talented group of young actors on a show in my life. For those who don't know, I was a decorated child actor on a soap from 12 to 16 years old, and I'm telling you this bunch is elite." Those words did more than praise, they sparked conversation. They asked an audience to look anew at the fresh faces holding their own within a veteran-filled cast. And more than anything, they asked the community to value youth not as a curiosity, but as a force. To fully grasp the resonance of McKenna's praise, it helps to understand his roots. McKenna's journey in soap operas didn't begin with ease or entitlement. As fans of daytime know, he debuted on One Life to Live as Joey Buchanan, the beloved son of Vicki Lord, a role that required emotional range and maturity far beyond his years. That early experience wasn't just formative, it shaped how he sees performances, storytelling, and the role of youth in soap culture. McKenna didn't just grow up in front of the camera, he learned how to shoulder complex narratives, balance ensemble work, and navigate the intense pace of daytime productions. And now, decades later, he sees something familiar, something extraordinary, in the current young cast of General Hospital. So who exactly inspired McKenna's glowing praise? While he didn't name names in that single post, fans and critics have pointed to a powerful roster of young actors who are currently putting in standout performances. Bluesy Burke as Charlotte, Asha Antonizan as Danny, Finn Carr as Rocco, Giovanni Mozza as Gio, Braden Bruna as Emma, Scarlett Spears, Gary James Fuller, and Cosette Abinanti also rounding out the dynamic young ensemble. All holding major story threads and often matching the skill of veteran cast members. These names represent more than just faces on screen. They represent a generation, skilled, grounded, articulate, fearless in emotional stakes, and ready to carry forward a genre often dismissed by outsiders. McKenna's declaration wasn't casual. It was a professional endorsement, an acknowledgement from someone who truly knows what it takes to perform day after day, storyline after storyline. What makes General Hospital's young performers particularly compelling is their ability to do more than drama. They carry nuance. They blend humor and vulnerability. Their very presence reminds audiences that soap operas, for all their history, are evolving. In traditional soap opera formats, there was often a rigid hierarchy. The veterans led, the younger actors supported. But today, the blend is different. Young actors aren't just side characters. They are central actors, advancing plot lines, creating fan reactions, and adding unpredictability to long-standing arcs. Watching these performers, one sees the influence of actors like McKenna himself, performers who treat each scene as its own emotional truth, grounded in intention and reaction. McKenna's praise for his young co-stars reflects a broader perspective, one that comes from decades in the industry. In his own career, McKenna survived the pitfalls of child acting, including balancing school with filming, awkward age transitions, and the social challenges of growing up while on television. As he once shared in an interview with veteran GH star Maurice Bernard, McKenna experienced being misunderstood, bullied, and out of sync with peers precisely because he spent so much time on set and with adults. That personal history gives his words about the current young GH actors extra weight. His not praising idealized youth, his praising actors who are present, committed, unafraid, and rooted in their craft, the same things he had to grow into himself. If you follow soap opera fandom, it's no secret that fans care deeply about casting quality. They discuss performances, storylines, emotional beats, and character chemistry with a sort of devotion not often seen in other parts of entertainment. So when an established actor such as Chris McKenna publicly elevates the young talent on his show, it resonates. It signals trust in the future of daytime drama. Validation for new actors who are stepping into major spotlight roles. A reminder that acting skill isn't confined to age. Fans responded, not with surprise so much as agreement. Comments on social media echoed McKenna's thoughts. Young actors are not just competent, they are exceptional. What makes this moment more remarkable is context. Soap operas have struggled in recent years to attract new audiences and maintain relevance in a rapidly changing media landscape. While viewership models have shifted, the core of soap storytelling remains anchored in performance, connection, and ongoing emotional investment. These young cast members are not just repeating classic techniques, they are pushing the genre forward. Their performances feel contemporary without losing the emotional roots that make soaps so beloved. This is exactly what McKenna was pointing to, that rare alignment of talent, opportunity, and momentum where youth is not the next generation of promise, but the present force driving storytelling today. The larger idea at play isn't just that these young actors are good, it's that the craft of acting remains an intergenerational endeavor. McKenna's praise echoes the concept that mentorship matters. Whether it's in a television show, a theater class, or behind the scenes making new creative art, seasoned professionals have a role in uplifting, encouraging, and believing in emerging talent. In a creative industry often marked by competition and ego, that's rare. In daytime television, even rarer. Given the acclaim of the young GH stars and McKenna's own career trajectory, we can consider what this moment might mean for the younger performers. May help General Hospital appeal to digital native fans and bring fresh energy to long-term narratives. Veteran actors like McKenna help anchor a bridge between history and possibility, reminding audiences that soaps aren't relics, but living storytelling ecosystems. These young actors aren't just learning the rules of soap acting, they are redefining them. And McKenna's insight affirms that transformation. Chris McKenna's words weren't just praise, they were a challenge to audiences and to the industry to see talent where it lives now, raw, powerful, and unafraid. In a world often obsessed with newness in technology or instant virality, McKenna subtly reminded us that artistic dedication still matters. That craft still counts. That young performers, when nurtured, supported, and genuinely celebrated, can uplift an entire genre. So watch them. Watch them act. Watch them grow. Because this moment, it might just be one that's remembered in soap history for years to come.